What is the first thing that comes into your mind when I say corruption? You probably have plenty of definitions and situations running through your head right now.
Gobierno de México.
Injusticia.
Fraudes, política y dinero.
Gobierno.
Engaño y abuso de poder.
La gente con grandes poderes que es deshonesta.
Injusticia.
As you may notice now, corruption, it's a word that entails many definitions and with it feelings such as anger, sadness, and injustice, among others. According to Transparency International, corruption, it's the abuse of entrusted power for private gain. This definition is very broad and includes multiple situations and behaviors. Now that you have an idea of what corruption is, you may wonder, why should I care to combat corruption if it does not directly affect me? Corruption does not only attack a country's general stability. Corruption greatly influences a country's economy, politics, and society, which will directly affect you. Transparency International states that corruption erodes trust, weakens democracy, hampers economic development, and further exacerbates inequality, poverty, social division, and the environmental crisis. As corruption rises in a place, the safety, credibility, and quality of life decreases. And this phenomenon contributes to enabling the violations of human, political, social, and economic rights by the sole fact that someone is abusing a power that's not theirs. By abusing a power to weaken others, a violation is being committed. Investopedia states that countries that have a high level of corruption are unable to function efficiently or prosper at an economic level, causing suffering for society as a whole. CMI affirms in its working paper, Does Democracy Reduce Corruption?, that democracy is commonly believed to reduce corruption. However, there are obvious indigeneity problems in measuring the impact of democracy in corruption. This statement declares that nevertheless democracy does help the anti-corruption movement. There is also part of it that it strengthens corruption. Nonetheless, fighting corruption revitalizes democracy. Making improvements to the police force in that area, it's a way for people to combat corruption. Allowing for citizens to vote for people into the office eliminates political corruption. Allowing the correct people to vote for rules and regulation for fair and better business practices for the community also reduces corruption. Resistance and fighting corruption in a society falls into the responsibility of the core members of the society. Preventing and combating corruption, it's not an easy task. Apart from needing the courage of the society, the ethical collaboration of the authority is extremely necessary. Countries such as Mexico count with laws and institutions that can eliminate corruption to its relative end. Nevertheless, the authorities that run through these institutions are not accomplishing their responsibilities. Collective action theory shows that groups will attempt to act for the benefit of the collective group. However, individuals that do not contribute to the collective action group can potentially enjoy the benefit of doing nothing and therefore slow down the group from achieving its goal because of the individuals that free ride of the collective action. Moreover, by the reason that the corruption is a broad problem that involves a country's economy, politics, society, laws, etc., it cannot be approached from one single disciplinary perspective. Focusing on a single discipline will not be eliminating the problem from its base. It will only be a partial solution that will fall back again into its origins. Corruption, it's a problem that influences everyone in any country. You can name 1,000 of problems and faults happening in your home country due to corruption. But can you name the solutions available?
Denunciar todo lo que vea pues, que está mal.
Es cambiar los valores y la educación.
Denunciar.
Aceptar nuestros errores, las consecuencias y si vemos algún caso de corrupción, pues denunciarlo.
Es mediante las denuncias.
Siempre tomar las decisiones correctas.
Dar a conocer este caso o este problema.
Aprendiendo a decir que no.
We can comply with our part as citizens by further investigating and taking part of these anti-corruption movements available. Thank you.